Hi, I'm Melissa Malone.
And I'm Diann Gogerty. We are the creators and writers of Griefstruck.
The logline is a group of post-apocalyptic survivors band together to survive the upheaval of this new life that's been created, even if the end of the world is only a fabricated mental representation of the real-life grief they're experiencing.
A little series summary. Grief changes the very fabric of our world. Griefstruck takes this and brings it to life, showing the struggles of grief as a post-apocalyptic world that parallels the real world, psychological and palpable struggles that it creates.
Throughout the pilot, it's revealed that our protagonists are actually a modern-day grief support group, and the apocalypse symbolizes what it feels like to live with grief. The series follows both storylines in parallel as they mirror one another.
It's The Last of Us meets A Million Little Things.
We came up with the idea for Griefstruck shortly after the unexpected death of my wife and Diann's friend Teresa in 2020. I was texting Diann one day about how I had always thought that I'd be really good in the apocalypse, like I'd be a really great survivor. But based on what was happening in the current moment in time, that maybe I was wrong. And Diann responded with like 2 sentences that said, we are living in an apocalypse. We are surviving an apocalypse. Like our world did blow up. And that was sort of the catalyst for the idea behind the series of Griefstruck. And we also thought, maybe more importantly, that it needed to be brought to life due to how grief is sort of experienced in our society. It's sort of a taboo topic. It's not talked about a lot, which causes a lot of problems for grievers and also people that are trying to support grievers and sort of society as a whole, because everyone at some point is going to experience it. So this was written as a love story for those that have found themselves in this apocalypse, and also for those that haven't yet found themselves there. We are hoping it creates a better understanding of what it's like.
We are excited to introduce you to our cast for this table read.
Hi, I'm Chris Christiana, reading stage directions.
I'm Melissa Malone, reading Adley.
I'm Diann Gogerty, reading Tennyson.
I'm Vincent Richmond, reading Mark.
I'm Penelope Hines, reading Zan.
I'm Christopher Milano, reading Keegan.
I'm Heather Girardi, reading Caroline.
I'm Jeff Bird, reading Lenny.
I'm Tessa Zugmeyer, reading Gloria.
I'm Rainey Moran, reading for Annie.
I'm Gage Law, reading for Oliver.
I'm Josie Pendergraft, reading for Jeannie.
Our selected 15 pages are the final 15 of the pilot. So a quick summary just to catch you up. We are first introduced to our ensemble of survivors as they join a recon mission to bring a mission group member back to Clarkson High School where they live. Unfortunately, this mission does not go according to plan and they return without her.
As the story unravels, the apocalyptic walls fade into a modern-day grief support group, and Adley's inner monologue is revealed to be a meeting share. The next morning, back in the apocalypse world, Adley and Tennyson make overnight camping plans for the 1-year anniversary of Leo's death, Adley's wife and Tennyson's friend. And it's then that a family of strangers arrives, Gloria, her 2 children, and her injured husband, and the group takes them in to offer to help. Which brings us to
Interior Medical Room, day, Apocalypse World. Mark puts away supplies. Tennyson sits on an old exam chair, legs thrown over the side as they talk.
It's terrible timing.
We don't really have a lot of control over the timing.
Maybe focusing on it isn't best. Why don't you just treat today like any other day? Maybe that's what you need.
A beat. Tennyson thinks carefully before she speaks.
It isn't any other day. It's today. And pretending it isn't doesn't actually help. Is that what you really think?
No, I just...
You just ignore it. It'll magically be fine. Life will go back to normal.
No, Tennyson...
That isn't how it works. My friend will still be gone. Your friend.
I didn't mean... No, here and now, this sounds... It's not what I meant. I worry about you.
You want the old me back.
No.
Mark moves towards Tennyson and puts his arms around her and looks her square in the eyes.
No. I love all versions of you. I just don't I'm working on my own shit, okay? I'm sorry. For me, pretending today is just another day works.
You sure about that?
Works enough for now.
Okay, that's fair. And I'm going to respect that choice for you. But the overnight is the answer for me. Some stars and quiet. I don't know, some time with Leo, if that makes sense.
A beat.
I love all versions of you too.
Mark kisses her.
Do what you need to do. We'll be fine here. We'll get the newbies onboarded, and Annie found an old VCR and a couple of tapes in the basement. Holly and Jeannie are very excited to host the movie tonight.
Adorable. What movie?
Independence Day.
A little on the nose. What are you up to now?
Continuing inventory of medical supplies. Why?
Tennyson takes his hand in hers, giving him a knowing smile.
Oh, hey, look. Everything's counted. I'm suddenly absolutely free.
Interior Clarkson High School gym, day. Apocalypse world. Adley sits off to herself, flipping through photos on her phone. Gloria approaches with a tray of cookies. Adley looks up, acknowledging her and removing one headphone from her ear.
We usually set those up to the right.
Oh, thank you. I heard today is an emotional day for you. Hope I didn't rattle you.
Oh, no, not easily rattled.
I wanted to apologize for earlier.
No apology needed.
This world, it overwhelms me sometimes.
Beat.
I just want our old life back.
Don't we all?
Adley?
Adley and Gloria look up to see a frustrated Caroline.
I told Lenny you were headed out there over an hour ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's my fault. I've been talking her ear off for at least half an hour. Once I get going, it's hard to stop me. She's been incredibly welcoming.
She has?
I have. Why so shocked, Carol?
I'm just surprised is all. I'm happily surprised. Lenny's out there all alone though.
Yep, I'm on it. Vegetables wait for no one. Good luck getting settled in.
Interior Clarkson High School auditorium, day. Apocalypse world. Jeannie, Oliver, Keegan, Zan, and Annie set out chairs, hang a giant white sheet, and set up for a movie night.
There's popcorn in the pantry, and Caroline said we could use it tonight.
It's gonna be just like a real movie night.
There's a movie and we're gonna watch it. It is a real movie night.
What was your favorite movie, Keegan? In the before?
Oh, probably American Pie.
What's it about?
Oh, well, it's this really old movie about like these high school guys that make a bet to see which one can lose their virginity first.
Which one can lose their toys first? What is wrong with you?
That sounds dumb.
Who wants to lose their toys?
You like weird movies, Keegan.
He does. Independence Day is great, though. You're both gonna love it.
I've never seen it.
Well, then you're all gonna love it. It's about aliens.
Cool.
The sheet and stand comes crashing to the ground. Everyone screams. Keegan stands at one end, sheet corner in their hand.
My bad.
If we actually get to watch it.
Exterior garden greenhouse, day, apocalypse world. Adley stands, unsure, looking over some bulbs. Lenny looks up from what he's counting and watches her for a moment, amused.
You all right over there?
Yeah. Fine. I just don't understand how we're supposed to take inventory of vegetables that haven't actually grown yet.
It's an art.
I like a waste of time.
I don't see you complaining at dinner.
Fair point. 35 bulbs or whatever they are.
Thank you.
Are we about done?
You got somewhere better to be?
I do, actually. Weird, I know.
Yeah, we're about done. Get out of here. I'll make sure Caroline knows you did your part.
Thanks, Len. I can always count on you. I'm still unsure how you were married to that woman for 20 years.
It was a lifetime ago.
A few kids come racing by, Jeannie and Oliver in the bunch. They almost knock Adley over.
Hey, watch where you're going, hoodlums.
Sorry, Addie. Mom said if we're going to be watching a movie later, we should get our exercise out now.
Your mom is a tyrant.
What's a tyrant?
Jeannie slams into Oliver.
You're it. Ollie's it.
Sorry, kid.
Oliver groans and runs off, chasing them. Adley notices Gloria watching from the doorway.
Everything okay?
Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Better by the minute.
Gloria disappears back inside.
Better by the minute.
Interior Clarkson High School gym day, real world. The Clarkson High School members are sitting for their support group meeting. Adley stands at the podium.
The thing no one prepares you for in the after is how the world, even though it's ended.
Fade 2, interior Adley's living room day, real world flashback. Time lapse of Adley's living room. Police coming and going. People coming and going. The devastation outside from the apocalypse getting worse and worse.
Somehow keeps spinning.
Fade 2, interior Tennyson and Mark's bedroom day, apocalypse world. Mark slips into a pair of pants and leans over to kiss Tennyson, still in the bed, smiling up at him.
Things are exponentially, irrevocably changed, and also the same.
I love doing inventory with you.
Condoms, 3.
Is that all we have left?
I was kidding. I love doing inventory with you also. Now, get out of here before our son comes looking for you.
I love you.
I love you too. Always.
Fade 2, interior Clarkson High School auditorium day, apocalypse world. The auditorium is buzzing with excitement.
Time continues to tick on.
Jeannie greets people. Oliver hands out popcorn. Fade 2, exterior Clarkson High School day/night, apocalypse world.
The sun keeps rising and setting.
The sun sets over the school. Fade 2, interior Clarkson High School gym day, real world. Back to the support group meeting.
And if you're lucky, some bonds survive the wreckage.
Tennyson smiles at her, encouraging her to go on.
Anyway, I hate this shit. But Caroline thinks it's important to say something on big dates, and she always thinks she's right.
A beat, some laughter from the group.
I guess I just wanted to say that I've somehow managed to survive a year without her, and that's something. And I hope whatever energy she is now is like proud or whatever. Why do I feel like I'm the only one sharing lately? Can I be done now?
Yes. Thank you, Adley.
Caroline switches places with her at the podium, and Adley goes back to her seat. Tennyson squeezes her hand.
See you all next week. Don't forget, there are refreshments in the back that Gloria and her family were so kind to bring in. Please be sure to introduce yourself if you haven't.
I'm getting a cookie before Keegan eats them all.
Ooh, smart move, buddy. Grab me one.
Oliver nods and runs off. Jeannie follows him.
You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go?
Very much so.
I thought maybe. His blanket is in the dryer. He thought it would be fun to jump on his bed and didn't think about his muddy shoes. He won't tell you he needs it, but he does.
Got it.
Oh, and if he's out of toothpaste, I just put another one in the second drawer of the bathroom.
Okay.
And please don't let him eat too much at this movie night thing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, also, his humidifier has been all kinds of weird lately.
Pen.
I think
he can handle it. He's been raising his son for almost a decade.
She's correct.
Sorry. You got this. I love you. We'll be back by lunchtime tomorrow.
Have fun. Or whatever. You know what I mean.
Adley leans in and hugs Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, I bought him a new yogurt. If you can try to convince him to try it.
Go. Please. Get out of here.
Fade to exterior forest night. A giant lake sits, glistening in the full moon. Exterior camping area night. Real world. A campfire is burning close to a tent that has been set up. Adley and Tennyson sit by the fire, looking out at the lake.
Tell me I was right.
You were right. This is perfect.
Her last smoke deserved perfection.
Adley takes a drag of the joint and passes it to Tennyson, looking out at the lake.
Do you remember when she convinced us to jump in there?
Near the lake, we see a scene play out as they speak, in a ghost-like memory.
No, I remember when she convinced you to jump in there and you both dragged me in against my will.
Ghost-like versions of Adley and Leo both grab onto Tennyson and pull her toward the water as they all laugh. Leo jumps first and Adley follows, pulling Tennyson with her.
Potato, potato.
Adley leans her head on Tennyson's shoulder. The scene glitches back to apocalypse time. Exterior camping area night, apocalypse world. The tent is replaced by blankets. Their weapons are back. Gas masks to the side, etc.
You loved it.
A beat, Tennyson takes a drag.
I did.
I miss her so fucking much.
I know. Me too.
They watch the fire, arm in arm. Interior Clarkson High School auditorium night in the apocalypse world. Everyone watches the movie in the dark auditorium, their faces lit up by the screen.
Life becomes a delicate waltz of longing for the before while living in the after.
Gloria watches everyone watching the movie from the doorway. Exterior camping night, apocalypse world. Adley and Tennyson look through photos on Adley's phone, happily reminiscing.
The before, though, is just memories now. Tiny moments we've collected to help us find our way. We can't go back to the before, no matter how hard we dig our heels in.
Interior Clarkson High School auditorium night, apocalypse world. Annie walks over to Mark as he watches the movie. She looks panicked. She whispers something to him and he stands, quickly walking off with her.
Not understanding that? Clinging to the impossible? Well, that's where things get dangerous here. Even more perilous than the fog.
Exterior camping night, apocalypse world. A walkie sits by the fire. Adley and Tennyson emerge from the lake, laughing, wrapping themselves in towels. A message comes through the walkie, unheard by them.
Ben, you need to answer me. Over.
A beat.
Tennyson, emergency.
The walkie squeaks and Tennyson finally hears it as they get closer.
Oh shit. Sorry, honey. We jumped in the lake because we are insane people.
And very high.
Insane and very high people. It's fucking freezing, but 100% worth it. I said I'd check in before bed. Is everything okay? Over?
Everything is very not okay. Jeannie's missing.
The mood shifts suddenly.
Missing how?
What do you mean missing?
She's gone. She's gone, and so are Gloria and her family. I think they took her, Ten. They fucking took Jeannie.
In the after, desperation can be the biggest threat of them all.
End of episode.